Hello everyone. In this video, let us bust some common myths in augmentative and alternative communication, in short AAC.
AAC myth number 1. Using AAC hinders speech development. The use of AAC is widely thought as to hinder the development of speech, which is not correct. The truth is, AAC does not inhibit speech production. Instead, it facilitates or supports natural speech development. Also demonstrate improved participation in conversation. AAC myth number 2. AAC is the last resort in speech and language intervention. Wrong. The truth is, it is difficult to predict the future development of speech in a young child. Children with complex communication needs may not benefit from a year-long speech therapy. Without a proper channel for communication, children can often develop inappropriate behavior to communicate or withdraw. Further, access to AAC increases their chances to develop verbal skills. Myth number 3. Speech, even though limited, should be the only primary means of communication. Wrong. The truth is, speech is a very efficient, unaided method and easily accessible. Most children who have limited speech use it as a primary means of communication, not as the only means of communication. Introducing AAC, even though having little speech, provides the child a total form of communication. Additionally, the child can communicate with a range of different people in different environment. AAC myth number 4. Children have to be at certain age to benefit from AAC. No. The truth is, AAC should be introduced as soon as it is identified that speech is inadequate to meet the child's needs. Very young children do communicate in their own way. One should encourage the early attempts to communicate. Initiating AAC early doesn't mean that giving up the hope of development of natural speech. If the child is going to develop speech, it will happen naturally despite using AAC. AAC myth number 5. there are prerequisites to start using AAC. Incorrect. The truth is, there are no prerequisites for communication. Everyone does it. All children learn to communicate before learning to speak. Research has shown that very young children could learn to use the abstract symbols, photographs, and voice output device. If the system is well organized, it is less likely to cause the frustration. AAC myth number 6. Providing access to an AAC system will solve the communication problems of the user. No. The truth is, the AAC system is a tool and the user should know how to use it. Most of them require a structured intervention. Users and partners need to accept the AAC system. It is also strongly dependent upon the willingness, training, and responsiveness of users and partners. AAC myth number 7. There is a hierarchy of representational symbol systems from similar objects to written words. No. The truth is, some individuals find it difficult with pictorial representations in spite of no visual defects. Complex visual information can be difficult to comprehend. Repeated use and modeling to develop the ability to discriminate and use symbols. Repeated use and modeling to develop the ability to discriminate and use symbols. Sight word repetitions for discrimination of graphic symbols. Truths about AAC and speech in short. AAC will not set back someone from developing or using natural speech. AAC has a positive effect on speech production and has been recommended for development of natural speech. AAC is a part of an individual's overall communication system that includes natural speech. AAC enhances an individual's ability to communicate effectively and independently.